Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of Let's Taste with the Intrepid Wino. My name is James Gaisbrook. This is Milky. You've met before, I'm sure. Thank you to those of you who had listened to the most recent episode of my podcast, the Vincast, with Lucy Kendall, who is one half of South of Vinos and also one half of the winemakers of the wines I'm looking at today, which they are launching as at time of recording in 15 minutes. So I wanted to have a look at them before we went down to Cult of the Vine to eat some empanadas and have a chat about the wine. So you'll note that there's only one bottle here that actually had a label on them. That it has a label on it, sorry. So it was Alice who was the other half, and I'll be releasing her interview on the Vincast in this coming week. She, in her excitement to give me bottles, gave me some before that actually labelled them, and then one afterwards, so you can see kind of the look of the labels. But without further ado, let's start off by looking at this apparently lightly sparkling Pinot, which is from the Adelaide Hills. The recommended retail price is $30. It is a 2017 wine, as they all are. So let's have a look. The idea, both in terms of the wines that the girls import from Chile and also the ones they want to work with are sustainably farmed and also made with minimal intervention and little to no sulfur addition at any point. So let's have a look. This is an Adelaide Hills Pinot, if I didn't mention it already. Very, very lightly sparkling, barely any fizz, to be honest. It's got a nice kind of musty in a good way, stalky. I'm interested to know if there's any whole bunch in here. Yeah, it's very much in that kind of pomegranate, rhubarby sort of fruit profile. Whoop, got a bit of myself there. Let's taste. Very light and fresh. I reckon it's probably low alcohol here. 4.5%, pretty low. There's a brightness to it. There's a carbonic-y character as well. It's kind of a slightly candied sort of character, which is quite nice. It's very pretty. It's nice texture there. Just a little bit of weight, not too heavy. Pretty fresh. I like that it immediately screams of Pinot Noir, particularly from the Adelaide Hills. But there's a little bit more going on with it. That's Alice texting me right now. Yeah, very drinkable, glugable. I think it's probably going to be good with fruit as well. So solid start. The second wine, the first of which is unlabelled, is a Sauvignon Blanc, also from the Adelaide Hills, also $30 recommended retail. You can sort of tell that like these wines have been unfiltered. There's still some lees in the bottle. Certainly a lot more aromatic than the first one. It's got this real wild gooseberry fig sort of ginger spice thing going on. It certainly looks sort of skins influenced. Yeah, very, very figgy in character. Let's taste. Certainly, more exuberant on the palate, more generosity there, more. It's still very fresh. I like the texture, but it doesn't linger. There's a bit of a funky character to it as well, but It certainly presents as very clean. Starting to see a bit of an umami character, probably more an umami kind of texture. The sort of Japanesey cuisine flavours in there, which I really like. It's got a nice kind of shiitake character too. Again, very easy drinking, but I think probably even more than the first one. That's a wine that is going to be better with food. The third one is a blend of Merlot and Cinsault. The Merlot is Adelaide Hills, the Cinsault is from Barossa Valley. And I'm really interested to see, because Cinsault's not a variety you see that much, certainly not in Australia. Generally sort of a blend, so I'm interested to sort of see how this one presents. You can see right away that this is quite light. This is pretty much a rosé, but very, very light red, like even lighter than Pinot. Aromatically a bit shy, very, very lean. Bit of bite to it, some raspberry, some sour cherries, even like a Merlot sort of character to it. A bit floral too, but very, very subdued on the nose. Let's taste. Initially, it looks very soft and silky, but right in the back is kind of a bit of an edge to it. It's a very light wine in terms of flavors, in terms of textures, in terms of weight, but there's not a huge amount going on in this one. I think it's possibly one that will benefit from a bit of opening up, maybe a bit of time as well. $32 for that one. For me, to be honest, it's not offering much at this stage. I like it. I like that it's different. I like that it's trying to change the discussion, and certainly, the blend of varieties in a style, which you don't see that often. But I'm just going to take a little while to wrap my head around that one. The last one is another blend, this time of Mouvedre and Cinsault, all from the Barossa Valley. And it is also a recommended retail of $32. A little bit darker, but still, reasonably light. It's certainly, it's tapping into the interest in lighter red wines. Deeper and darker, bolder on the palate, on the nose, than the previous one. A real interplay between fruit characters and some savoury characters. A bit earthy, quite dense. Let's taste. Again, there's an interesting sort of tete-a-tete going on the palate. Initially, it looks like it's going to be reasonably bold, but then it kind of freshens up quite quickly, and you get like this sort of darker fruit characters on the front, and then there's some sort of interesting textural savoury characters that come through on the mid palate. I think this certainly has more personality, more character than the other red wine, and I like that there's kind of different things going on here. I think that's probably my peak of the reds. Look, these are really, really amazing first releases in such a different style. These do represent kind of this small but growing interest in low intervention wines being made in Australia, and I like that they are still kind of showing a sense of place while still kind of representing this different way of making wines, a less commonly used ways of making wines. So my congratulations to the girls. I think they've done a pretty fantastic job. I look forward to trying some more wines from them, and I really do hope you have a listen to their podcast episodes. Both of them are really fantastic chats, and support their businesses. But thank you very much, of course, to Lucy and Alice for generously donating some bottles, and of course their time to be on the show. If you would like to have your wines profiled on Let's Taste, please do get in contact with me via my website, intrepidwino.com. There's different ways to get in contact with me. There's also different content there, writing, more podcast, YouTube, that kind of thing. You can follow me on social media at Intrepid Wino on Instagram, Facebook and Twitter. And if you like this video, please hit the like button, share it on social media, leave a comment. I'd love to hear from you. And make sure you subscribe to the Intrepid Wino YouTube channel. But guys, until next time, cheers.